Let's start. Day 1. Density and shading connection. Create 3 different density. How fast you move from here to there. Okay. If I move here to that little bit slower, that will be more density. So this is what I want you to practice. Okay, on day 1 I'll see the difference. This is move A. How about this C to D? C to D a little bit faster, and then C to D a little bit slower. See, it depends. But create like 2 different density as well. Now again, the hand speed. Okay, on the day 1 I want you to keep about the same hand speed movement. Okay, now day 1. Right, doing the brows, right? This is what I want you to do. Now, on the actual live procedure, some people love to start on the tail at first. Okay, some people like to start in the front, but honestly, start on the tail is better. Okay, but practice purpose, I want to show you. Okay, so I want you to create 3 different density. Okay, so now come down, play some music. Doesn't matter, you're going to do this side and that side. So now for the stretching the skin, of course you're going to shading this way, you stretch like this. If you're shading this way, you stretch like this. You need to put your hand on the practice skin as well. This is part of the training. Now the pinky fingers, again, if we get so tired, relax a little bit. Okay, it's not easy from long time training. You need to do every day. Now, if you're doing a good job, is yes, it's making a lot of money, but can you handle it? In the beginning, I cannot handle even 1 customers. Can you imagine 2-3 customers, and then you get used to every day? Hey, making 400-500, not a big problem. Even though you're a beginner, 1 brows you're making like $100-150 US. You're doing 200-300, 450 about, not exactly, but give you a idea. Your muscle needs to be trained enough for long run. Okay? So now start training. Like this is the less density. And then connect all the shading. Okay, yeah, you can lightly do a little bit more, but visually doesn't quite even. Of course, you are not cheating, but um, let me take a look at it. Okay, now this is pretty much very soft. Okay, now we want to do the second one a little bit more density. Again, like if the ink pigment already dry around the needle cap, you can using some wet towel, okay, or some water wipes to clean up outside of the shell. Okay, now a little bit more density on the second one. Now when you shading, you feel like some heat with no color, that means it's a sign you need to dip some pigment. Okay. You need to look at it from the eyes, feeling, relax and feel the pressure, feel the responsiveness between the skin and your machines. As an artist, we're using all the 6 senses. Okay, so the benefit is using 6 senses is not get so tired. Let's say I use a little bit of my ear to hear the sound, using my eye, using my feeling. So spread it out. It's less tired, and then you enjoy. Or you just too focus on the hand, and then you too focus on the eyes. Okay, your eyes will get a lot tired first than the hand, right? You need to think about this way, like everything balance and calm down yourself. Like artists, you need to be calm to a point. Like as a good artist, even those outside loud, something like that, the environment, your baby crying, something like that, you need to make yourself calm down. This is part of the practice, of course. In the beginning, play some relaxed music, okay? Now a little bit more is if you doing tattoo, you can using some more heavy metal music and this and that. From PMU, you using some relaxed music will help. Now when I practice tattoo, I play loud music. Yes, depends on if you're doing the flowers, you can play some romantic music as well. Now this is the everything affects your art. Okay, now no matter what happened in your life, give yourself a little bit time. Okay, this is your time. Okay, this is your time. Absolutely, 100%. This is your time. If you think about money can motivate you, go ahead. If I do 3 beautiful brows a day, I can have a big house, Ferraris. I can have a nice husband, nice my son education, if this motivate you, yes, why not? We are human, we are here to learn to convert the money, but not all the money over your head. You get what I'm saying? This is motivate you. We need to get the balance. We are human, right? We are human, okay? But this is what I teach you, what you should thinking, this and that. We are human. Hey, we think the same way. But don't let them to control you. If you want to motivate you this moment, think about it. But if you relax yourself, make you better work, you control your mood. Okay, now this is less density, medium density, and then I'm going to do a high density. Now for the high density, I even slightly little bit slower my hand speed. Now I can adjust the voltage a little bit to your hand speed. Okay, if like let's say it's 5.7, you don't feel comfortable, try 1 and see what's going on. Little bit more and see what's going on. Sometimes you cannot tell if you just adjust like 0.1 voltage, try to like 0.2, make it like 5.9 or 6, something like that. Okay, I still love my voltage earlier, so somehow. Again, one direction, not necessary to be like 2 directions, something like that. Okay. Also, if not even enough, you can go back to do a little bit touch up. Even though this is not a, this is still latex. Okay, when you do shading, the surface is still not 100% even. Right, on the real personal skin, yeah, even worse. But your performance, honestly, if you can do a perfect job on latex, on human, pretty much you can just do 70%. Okay, human skin to a point, like if your pigment, the viscosity, everything is correct, yes, to a point is easier. Okay, but no skin type are dealing with like maybe 3,000 cases, I don't know, at least like 2,000. No skin type is exactly the same. Everyone is a little bit different, so this is challenging. And this is the difficulty. So if everything so easy, alright, so everyone can make money, so it's no competitive. So that's why you need to practice and complete with another people. Of course, I do a little bit touch up. Yeah, so of course if you want do the same size, light, medium, dark. But always write down the date. Like let's say I practice on today, like whatever, there's no ink, write down the date. Okay, or you can do that is well, as a mark, you know. Today is okay, write down the date. Now this side I want you to practice, okay, before from the head to tail, the tail to the head, same thing. Now these three, did I do a good job? Personally, I will say, okay, the medium, lightly, little bit more density. Okay, but this is not quite even, so my target is I want as even as possible here to improve. You need to see yourself have improvement. Now remember the lightest density. As even as possible. Now this is Just hit a little bit deep. Somehow be careful, but the depth is not that bad, right? Hopefully you can see. Another thing is that when you do it is make sure same position, like you don't want to do like this sudden and then like this sudden, okay? That will be harder to even, so you adjust a little bit, okay? So that's why doing the procedures, you want the customer head move a little bit, okay? So because I don't want my head block my camera, so this is why I have my own difficulty. Okay, relax, you can again feel it, hear it, you know. Well, when you're doing the live procedures, you can even feel your customer, like sometimes you smell a little bit like kind of like blood, very little bit, so that means you're going too deep. And then sometimes if you're doing with customer, you can even feel her reaction, so you know she feel comfortable or the pain level. This is you using all 6 senses. As an artist, all 6 senses, but we spread it out to use, not using one. So otherwise you'll be getting so tired, okay? So even though it's like you lean forward, your body, the posture need to be even. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do all the way lay to the back, and you just like want to have the correct posture. This is very important as well. Let's do one direction, you know, slow. Again, you need to feel all the dot, okay, get into the skin nice and clean. Otherwise you're hitting so many empty spots, you need to go back to do so many times. We create so much trauma. So can you imagine, human, how many trauma we can handle it, okay? Even those the practice skin cannot handle that many trauma. Slightly do a little bit touch up, like you see some little bit uneven, do very lightly touch up, okay? I know your hand may be feel tired already, huh? So keep going. Keep going. We finished it, you stop. Okay, almost there. Become an artist is not easy. Huh? But hey, when you do a good job, a lot of money, a lot of honey, a lot of daddy. Well, usually it's not a lot of daddy, sorry. But relax, okay? So don't worry too much, like the shape they have is not perfectly straight sometimes, right? So sometimes even those are using little bit correction with the shape, it's okay. So now this is day one, okay? You want to practice the density.